Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage Jewelry. My name is Linda. I am an energy reader here on YouTube. I use my intuition and spirit to communicate messages to you. Today we will be taking a look at what spirit wants you to know. Okay, so urgent message from spirit regarding your situation, something you need to know right now. This is timeless, so whenever you click on this video, this message was meant to find you. And yeah, we have 4 piles today to pick from. So for those of you guys new to pick cards, you will be drawn to one pile here. You might be drawn to more, but one pile might be speaking to you louder. And you can click on the timestamp down below in the description or in the pinned comment to take you directly to the pile that you picked. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. So feel free to pause the video, and there could be multiple messages and multiple piles here for you, but yeah, I'll see you at your timestamp. Hello, my beautiful. Pile number 1, if you pick the OK Tarot deck, and then pile number 1, this is your reading. Now we will be asking Spirit to communicate what urgent message, what do you need to know about your situation? What sort of purpose do you have? What's coming about right now in your energy field that Spirit needs to urgently communicate that you need to know? Thank you so much, Spirit, for a clear and concise message for pile number 1 and pile number 1. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. We will be using just the tarot to communicate this message to you. And I appreciate you allowing me to tap into your energy. All right. Shuffle. Love Spirit. We got the 9 of Wands. We got the 5 of Wands. We got the 3 of Pentacles. Spirit saying not to read reversals. All right. So I'm getting a message here from Spirit that you've been in a situation in which you've been called to work with or collaborate with other individuals in order to build some sense of security or stability for yourself. And I feel like you've been fairly held back in some sort of way. And I feel like some of it has to do with maybe not trusting the people that you're working with. And what I'm hearing from Spirit is if you are unaware of this situation, then you will be in a situation in which you are being called to work with other individuals. And this could be at work, could be in order to build some sense of stability around either your career or your home in some sort of way, your home life. Now, this is a general reading, so take what resonates. And there is this either cautiousness of not trusting these people, or something's telling you not to trust fully these people. And I'm going to pull as to why this is coming up. If you're in the situation where you're not really feeling all that defensive, Spirit might be cautioning you to be a little bit more cautious. And if you are going into this more cautious, then I want to see what Spirit has to say about this situation. Pentacles, okay. So we got the Page of Pentacles, we got the Ace of Swords, and got the King of Swords. Yeah, I feel like this situation, you're going to be a little cautious, because there's something about this situation that isn't fully, there's something not fully honest about the situation in order for you to move forward and contribute in the way that maybe you feel you're required to or should. And there needs to be an open communication around all of the facts, everything regarding the situation. And Spirit is saying that you're going to be in your head about exactly what this is. You'll know exactly what this is, and you'll feel like you're only able to move forward if you are able to make sense of the truth in a situation in order for you to equally collaborate in this, partake in this situation. Again, it's surrounding stability. So I don't know if it's like your career. Maybe someone's not being completely open and upfront, and you're kind of waiting or defensively waiting before you move forward. And Spirit's encouraging you to have the conversation of whatever it is that you're thinking in order for you to feel comfortable before you move forward. Yeah, I'm getting strongly, sorry guys, takes a bit for me to pick up all the messages, but I'm getting strongly that there might be a stall in progress from you, and rightfully so. There's a hesitation for you to carry your own weight and move forward because of you being held back by thoughts that you have around something that might not feel honest, or the truth might not all be communicated. There's something that you need to communicate. There's some truth in the situation that hasn't been discussed, and Spirit is really guiding you to speak your mind exactly as you are thinking in order to resolve any sort of hidden issues that are stalling, because things won't move forward in the way that they should with these individuals. Working together won't be as smooth, and you will kind of be held back in such a way until you are able to confront what this is. And also, in order for you to move forward with your contribution and your piece of what it is that you need to do. Now, for all of you guys, it could be something different, like I mentioned here, but I'm going to pull, not too many, Spirit. I'm going to pull a clarifier here for the Five of Wands to see what this is about. And maybe you already know what this is about, your need to work with individuals. I feel like it's more than one other person here. It could be just one other person, but I feel like there's multiple people involved here. And I do feel like this is around, could be like building a home or securing a home or career, moving forward in your career, or understanding the full expectation in a career. Five of Cups. So 2 5s. Yeah, I think this is something that is either your new home or a new career, but I feel like whatever it is that needs to be discussed is something to put your mind at ease, that you feel as though could potentially lead to you being without, or you kind of being on the short end of whatever this partnership, this agreement looks like. So this is why, if you are feeling hesitant, if you are feeling defensive, if you are feeling like you can't move forward the way you feel like you're being required to do so, or at least you feel maybe you're obligated to do so, or contractually, or the next logical step would be to collaborate and move forward, Spirit is saying that it's because there is some unresolved feeling that may come about, that you're hesitating, that you need to be honest with and take a look at. and to trust what it is that's coming to you at this time in order to communicate. And Spirit's also saying that this communication doesn't jeopardize the career or the home or the next step or the next phase of this collaboration with these people that you got to work with. It just clarifies, it provides clarity, and it just clarifies the situation in order for you to be more comfortable in moving forward, and it eliminates in the future potential something that you may have thought would go wrong, would potentially go wrong had you not clarified. So this is kind of Spirit's way to intervene right now, saying there's a reason why you're maybe on guard or hesitant or not wanting to move forward. And if you're unsure of what it is, Spirit wants you to sit silent and just listen to what your mind is telling you. But it is definitely stemming from, I feel like your intuition is thinking about what potentially could go wrong in such a way that would emotionally leave you kind of devastated. And this is why it's important to have this conversation beforehand. And I just got a message for some of you guys. This might not resonate for all of you guys. If there is a need for you to let go of something or move somewhere that is a very tough decision, it's even more important for you to iron out what the expectation is or what you fear might happen in the move or in this, if you agree to this, because if you don't clear it up, it may just lead to where you're not wanting it to lead to. So okay, so we got the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and then we got Strength at the bottom. And I feel like yeah, this is definitely something in which you want to move forward. You're cautiously moving forward, but it could impact you emotionally as well, because if you're not emotionally filled in a way that this is supposed to bring you happiness in some sort of way, then what's the point? So instead of kind of maybe being in your mind about it, Spirit wants you to ask those questions and come with truth and clarity to the situation. And then you'll be able to move forward, and this will turn out a lot better than had you been more hesitant and held back. Okay, so this is what I have here for pile number 1. I hope this helped. Leave a comment. If you were drawn to another pile, click there. There might be more insight as to what this is about. Hopefully it made sense to someone out there. And leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. If you pick this Murder of Crows tarot deck, then pile number 2, this is your reading. So we will be asking Spirit to communicate what is an urgent message. What do you need to know right now regarding your situation, your current situation that Spirit wants you to know, to give guidance, anything that you need to know right now. Thank you so much, Spirit, for a clear and concise message for pile number 2. And thank you so much, pile number 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy. Thank you very much. All right, so clear and concise. What does pile number 2 need to know right now? What is urgent? What's going to help them? Now, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you clicked on this video, this message was meant to find you. If you're drawn to another pile, feel free to go check that out as well. All right. I heard from Spirit that there's a lot of noise surrounding you right now that might be causing you to second guess what the truth of a situation is, and it's causing more confusion. Okay, she's got the Four of Cups. the Six of Swords. And we got the King of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you're second guessing yourself in some area that you were confident in wanting to pursue. But I guess what's happening now is you're second guessing whether it's something that you're going to enjoy doing. And you're also trying to come up with other ideas as to what might be more fulfilling for you. I don't know if these ideas or why it is that you're feeling this way has come from other individuals. I feel that there is specifically one other individual that is trying to, I don't know if they're trying to on purpose, but they have influenced your drive of what it is that you felt like what you wanted to move towards for yourself, that was going to be bringing you happiness, that you're passionate about, but you're second guessing whether this is something that you want now. So you're kind of looking around to see if there's something else. I think Spirit wants you to reconsider what is coming from you and what is coming from someone around you. That might not be how you're truly feeling. Yeah, you're trying to manifest. I mean, the King of Wands is an entrepreneur. He's also one to bring in what it is that he wants. With the manifester here, I feel like you were working on manifesting something. You were working on manifesting something, or at least really wanting to move towards something that you've recently either changed your mind about or stopped pursuing. And now you're looking elsewhere because of a fear that might have been installed in you from someone else who either made you feel as though this wasn't right, or that you didn't have what it takes, or that there was challenges to be had if you pursued that path. So you've stopped manifesting this or wanting to go after this. You've kind of told yourself that maybe you don't want that after all. And Spirit is saying that all of the manifestations that were in play are now kind of being halted by your indecision, because you are in a state where you're second guessing what it is that you truly want. But I don't feel like that is coming from you deep down. I feel like you've just been swayed, listening to maybe someone else's opinion of what's best and what's right for you. And if you don't have anyone then telling you this, then it could very well be your own inner dialogue with yourself. But I feel like you've stopped manifesting what it is that you passionately wanted at one point in time. And Spirit wants you to reconsider. Definitely here with the Ten of Pentacles. Spirit is saying that this, what you were trying to pursue or build, is certainly where your stability, your legacy of what you're building is invested in this area, that you've given up hope, or that you've blocked yourself off from moving, that you've called it a lost cause, or that you've already tucked it away and now you're kind of looking around for something else that might do it for you. So Spirit wants you to review what that is, like with this Ten of Pentacles. And we got the Knight of Wands. Yeah, to ignite that passion back is going to be your emotional fulfillment. It's going to cause this emotional new fulfillment for you. Because right now I feel like you're not emotionally fulfilled. And this is why you've been wanting to manifest and go after what it is that you want. But for some reason, either someone's told you that it wasn't going to be emotionally fulfilling, or that you weren't able to do this in some sort of way, or that you needed something else. So you've just kind of listened to that noise, I guess, if it are people's opinions. So yeah, Spirit wants you to re-examine what that is. And I mean, this could be a bunch of different things for the collective. So I would imagine you know what it is that you were manifesting at one point, something that was that you wanted to bring into your life, that was going to give you stability and happiness, and you were really geared up and driving towards it, and you just kind of did a 180 because of either someone's told you something, or you've been telling yourself that there's something here that maybe you're unable to follow through. So your manifestation kind of stopped short. But Spirit wants you to know that if you start manifesting this again and get clear out the noise in your mind, back to what it is that you want, that you're certainly going to manifest your 10 of Pentacles, and you're going to get that opportunity to drive in there like a Knight of Wands to go after what it is that you want. So, and you might be fearing that it's over. For a lot of you guys, you might think, well, now it's over, it's too late. But Spirit's message is that it's not over, it's not too late. You still have this chance to manifest. Okay, yeah, there's like the world talking about something being over, and the 10 of Swords talking about something being over. But the fact we have this 8 of Swords, I feel like there's a lot of what you're telling yourself based on what others have told you that's driving a lot of this. And you have what it takes to manifest your 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, maybe you started second guessing, opening up a business or following a career path that was calling towards you, or doing something that might be risky. Spirit wants you to know that you are in your full power of manifestation here, and that it will provide you with the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, which is emotional new beginning, and turning this into something that's going to emotionally fulfill you and eventually lead to this full stability, the 10 of Pentacles, and provide your family with security and stability. So yeah, this is what I have here for pile number 2. I hope that helped. If you're drawn to any of the other piles, please go check that out. Leave a like, leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys. Hi, friends. You picked pile number 2, the Morgan Greer Tarot. If you pile 2, did I just say that? Maybe some of you guys need to go check out pile 2. This is pile 3, Morgan Greer Tarot deck. If you pick pile 3, then this is your reading. All right, so we wanted to ask Spirit, what do you need to know? What is so urgent? What messages does Spirit have for you? What do you need to know right now regarding your situation, your circumstance? What does Spirit want you to know right now? Okay, so this is a timeless reading. Whenever you find it, this message was meant to find you, and you can have multiple messages in multiple piles. Just take what resonates, because this is a collective reading. All right. Spirit, clear and concise message for pile number 3 as to what it is they need to know right now. Thank you so much. We are so grateful. And thank you so much, pile number 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy. So I'm excited. Ooh, I'm getting like excited feeling here. So hopefully this is something coming towards you that's positive. Yeah, I feel like a rush of energy right now. So maybe this is something coming towards you that's positive. All right, Spirit, what do we have here for pile number 3? What do they need to know? Advice, situation. What's the urgent message here for pile number 3? Thank you. Okay, so we got the 7 of Pentacles. We got the Emperor. Oh my goodness. And yeah, oh my gosh, you guys, I was feeling 8 of Wands. This is like a rush, okay? This is a breakthrough. This is like everything kind of happening very quickly, and I was feeling that excitement. So I feel like you've been really orderly in controlling an area that you've been investing a lot of your time and focusing on trying to get something just right. And I feel like timing was never happening, or at least you felt like you kind of felt like you wanted to give up at some point because you're putting in a lot of time and a lot of effort, but you didn't give up. And in the emperor role, you were able to really control how you wanted this to happen in such a way that you were holding out for something to be just right. And what Spirit is telling you is that this is happening very quickly, and you're having a breakthrough in this project or in this situation in which you've been investing a lot of time and in control. Spirit's also saying that you didn't allow any of your frustrations, your emotions to cloud your judgment, and and if you were discouraged, that Spirit is saying, like, now's the time for things to happen. And Eight of Wands also speaks of communication and travel. So it could be for some of you guys that there might be some travel and a lot of communication. In fact, I feel that for a lot of you guys, there's a lot of communication around this breakthrough. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have here, Spirit? What do they need to know about this breakthrough? Yeah, look at this fast forward movement with the Knight of Wands. That's the quickest moving knight in the deck. And this is also the Eight of Wands is the quickest moving energy. We got very quick energy, but it's controlled here with the Emperor. Yeah, control here with the Temperance. This is also balance. I feel like there's a need for you, and this is the message. Now that things are kind of moving quickly, and we got the Death. Now that things are kind of moving quickly, Spirit is saying that there is a greater need for you to stay in your Emperor power to balance things out, because things will be moving very rapidly in an area that you've been investing a lot of your time with. And the fact that it's moving very quickly, there's an end to all of that past energy that you were investing and managing. So the advice here is that your temperament of how you were handling that situation will have to be completely different than how you were. So let's see if you still have to maintain this Emperor or what. I feel like you still got to be Emperor, but I feel like the pace, because it's now a lot faster, that there's an end to how you were dealing in a situation. You have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this is something that you've been working on that was going to, like, I feel like you were working on this alone, and that it was something that was going to allow you to successfully stand in your own right of something that you were building and working and investing. And I just heard for some of you guys, because we see this Death card here, that once this moves forward, that maybe potentially enjoying what it is that you've created will result in you wanting to acknowledge that there's something missing still. So the reason, okay, let me see if I know how to explain this. The reason why you were starting investing and putting in energy and time and your efforts into something was for one reason. Well, what Spirit is saying is, once you achieve this thing, because it is coming fast and furious at you, you quickly realize that you're now wanting and doing this for a whole other reason. It's kind of like your purpose changed. There's like a need for balancing the reason why you wanted this in the first place. That might change things a little bit now. Okay, so maybe you thought you wanted to, work alone and be independent and successful on your own, but then there comes this feeling of something missing that needs to be balanced out a little bit more in a different way than how you've been focused and on this project or towards this thing that you've been trying to create. And with the Death card here, I just feel like the purpose now shifts into something else. There's going to be a choice. Yeah, to get your full, like, I feel like these two cards here, the Nine of Pentacles, excuse me, and the Nine of Cups, this is like all about you being successful on your own. This is like my single card, independent, but potentially, you know, being lonely because you're successfully on your own, but it's kind of doing it alone. And with this Nine of Cups, it's like, you know, getting one's wish. Like, could be getting what you need to self-satisfy yourself. And I feel like once that happens, there's a need to make a decision here. And I feel like it could potentially involve another individual that maybe you weren't considering, because you've been very Emperor, which is trying to achieve something in such a way. And Spirit wants you to know that this decision may involve someone else, that now your purpose or your need to tweak why it is that this is happening, to be open to that when it comes to you. And it might not necessarily be so much about the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups solely, because underneath we have the King of Cups, and the King of Cups talks about, you know, the love of something, emotionally fulfilled in a way. Like, we got this Nine of Cups. This is this emotional depth that might not quite come when this breaks open, or at least there's a feeling of still lack in some sort of way, and to be ready to make this decision to bring that emotional fulfillment that one needs. Now we have Sagittarius here. We also saw Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces here with the water. Scorpio again, Aries again. So yeah, I do want to just pull one more card here regarding what this is about, but it is moving. But just, I guess the message here is just to be prepared that maybe what you had thought it was all worth might shift, or the purpose might shift, and to be prepared to make a decision and involve someone else. But I do see both, like the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, your emotional fulfillment, but I feel like it only really comes together when you make this decision to involve someone else. So the Hierophant speaks of higher learnings, speaks of being dedicated, committed, could be the Marriage card, institutions, sticking to something you know is right. So yeah, I mean, this could definitely be the way you've been. I feel like there's this like structured way that you've been kind of trying to maintain this thing with the Emperor and the Hierophant, trying to do something by the book and expecting a result. And what Spirit is saying is, now that there's this breakthrough, there's still this need to recognize the emotional side of what it's supposed to manifest for you. Will only happen when you acknowledge a decision that needs to be made. And I feel like it does involve someone else. And maybe you weren't expecting that, or maybe you've been blind to it, not really looking at that because you've been very structured in what it is that you think you need to be doing and how you need to be moving forward. And to be open to communication, open-minded about communication, to allow yourself to see things maybe from a different perspective. We got the Three of Swords at the bottom and the Five of Swords. I feel like the messaging here is that there comes this point in where the breakthrough happens, and whatever you're investing in, where you recognize like I said, that something was missing. And what Spirit wants to caution is just to listen to what it is that you need to do that might not be so structured, to avoid any sort of disappointment. Okay, disappointment or things kind of feeling like something's missing. You might have to put a way of thinking, lay it to bed once you have this breakthrough, and be a little bit more balanced in your approach, not so emperor, because you've already managed to get what it is that needed to happen where you invested. So maybe the mindset just needs to switch into a different mindset, being a little bit more open-minded in order for you to get what it is that you emotionally set out to actually want, which I feel was really the deep meaning behind doing this in the first place. But maybe we lost sight of why we were doing something in the first place, or maybe we started thinking we wanted something, but now that we've got it or we're receiving it from the universe, there's a need to shift perspective. Yeah, hopefully explain that and that makes sense for you guys. Just kind of be open, try not to be too set. And I think Spirit wants to deliver to you that 9 of Pentacles and that 9 of Cups, which is your ultimate fulfillment for yourself. And in order to do that, just to maybe shift your perspective a little bit here. All right. If you were drawn to any of the other piles, please check it out. Hopefully this resonated for you guys. This is a collective reading, so it might have not have resonated 100%. Only take the messages that resonate, and I will see you later. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 4. If you picked the Dante Tarot, then pile number 4, this is your reading. Thank you so much for joining me today. I don't need those. We will be asking Spirit for a clear and concise message here for pile number 4 as to what urgent message do they need to know? What do they need to know about their current situation right now? What message do you want to tell them, Spirit? What do they need to know? Thank you so much for a clear and concise message. And pile number 4, thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. All right, so we got some flipping over already. Ooh, quite a bit. We got Ace of Pentacles. We got the Page of Pentacles. Okay. We got Temperance. We got the 4 of Cups. We got the 3 of Swords. All right, I think what I'm hearing is you might have been drawn to pile number 3 as well. So you might want to go check out pile number 3 for the messages here. Just feeling like they might be somehow connected. And then we got the King of Pentacles and bottom of the deck. What is this? We got Strength. Sorry, I just want to see what this is here. What is this one? We got all right. We got, ooh, this is the Lovers? No. This is the Lovers. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like if you were drawn to pile number 3, you should definitely go check this out, okay? Because a lot of these cards came up in number 3, and I'm feeling kind of the same thing. Okay, so what I'm getting here from Spirit is that there is, I can't help but tie this into number 3, okay? But this feels to me like you're moving forward, or going to have the opportunity to move forward in an area that you've been waiting to move forward, that's been very slow going. You've been crafting and trying to control a situation in such a way for you to allow yourself to move forward. And I feel like it is going to be moving forward, but when you get to said place of what you work so difficult and diligently to do and control, I feel like you feel like something is missing. And I feel like there is this need to change your mindset in such a way that allows you to make a decision that will involve somebody else, that will give you the fulfillment that you actually need in this situation. Because I feel like you've been really set and trying to move something forward and trying to really control it in such a way. This is something that impacts your own sense of stability, but what you quickly realize is that something is potentially missing. Something feels, yeah, like with this Three of Swords, I mean, this is like emotionally feeling separated from something, right? And even this boredom card, or this apathy, like feeling like emotionally it's not what you wanted. So maybe you worked really hard, you thought you wanted something, you put all your energy into it, it's finally moving, because this is what we see now, something finally moving. Okay. And you're kind of looking back at what, okay, so now what? Like, now what's it worth? And there's this emptiness about it. And with this Lovers, which, again, 3 people, so I feel like this involves another person. Could involve more than one person, but I feel like there's a need to, yeah, and even how this, like, Archer Sagittarius was coming up heavy in the other reading as well. I feel like that might be a clue here for someone who might be a fire sign in Sagittarius. And the Temperance Sagittarius. Okay. But anyway, so I feel like, see how he's like pointing or like aiming at someone? I feel like somebody needs to be considered in this. I feel like you're trying to get something off the ground without considering maybe involving someone else. So there's this feeling of maybe not fully getting what it is that you set out to get, because there's this emptiness. And with this 12 of Swords, 12, sorry, is the Knight of Swords. So with this Knight of Swords, it's like you might have to put yourself in a situation that is a little bit uncomfortable in order to recognize, or at least accept, that there might be an opportunity to involve someone else, or make the choice that you need to involve someone else. There's like this difficult conversation, or potentially you got to do something you weren't expecting on doing, because you thought, you know, once I move this forward and I put all my energy and effort, I get this stability. But there's something here that needs to be addressed and communicated. And here we're seeing again the Hierophant. Okay, Hierophant came out at number 3, and I feel like it's this way of you imagining how something was supposed to work out, or something structured. You know, because the Hierophant speaks of marriage, could speak of like higher learnings, institutions, commitment, a way of life, a way of being. And maybe this was supposed to kind of turn out in a certain way that you've been really trying to manage and control. But I feel like here with the King of Pentacles, it was something for stability, but he's still looking like, what am I missing? What's next? There's still this feeling of non-contentment, I guess, if that's a word, not being content with the result. It's still not over. So I feel like the effort and the energy that you set out for this thing, this project, this investment that you've been working on, either through effort or time spent or mentally working on, I feel like you've been physically working towards something, investing your time, your energy, your efforts, and you're going to be quickly hitting the point where you're going to realize there is something more to this. But all of what Spirit wants you to know is all of that effort and energy of how you've been exerting, you're not going to have to be doing that no more. Now the focus needs to be more around why there might be this disconnect from emotionally still feeling unhappy with the achievement, even though you might land that stability or land that what it is you seeked out to get, you get. But why do I still feel this way? What's more? Be open to, you know, you might have to put yourself out there uncomfortably in order to select that person. I feel like it's a person. Someone else needs to kind of get involved here. And in order for them to get involved, you might have to put yourself out there, have the communication, even with yourself, acknowledge this, because I think you've been really having blinders on, especially with this Hierophant, to feel like, yeah, there's this structured way about how you were driving this as a whole. So Spirit just wants to bring this to your attention. All right, so I'm going to pull one card here just in the middle, see what else Spirit wants to communicate regarding this situation for you, pile number 4. And I guess Spirit just didn't want you to get off guard, because it sounds to me like you've been really trying to move something forward. And maybe you've recently had this breakthrough and you're not quite sure why it feels off. Why you still feel like, yeah, like, okay, you got the stability or something off the ground, but there's something off. 5 of Pentacles. And the 2, lots of Pentacles here. This is like giving me Lovers vibe again with the 2. There's like having to weigh options. Maybe you're considering this option involving someone else, but I feel here with the 5 of Pentacles, maybe you feel like you're not in a position to do what it is that needs to be done in order for you to fully follow through with this task or this investment or this thing. Like, I feel like there's help around you. This person's potentially around you, but you're kind of in this lack mindset of what you don't have, why you can't, or why you feel like you're maybe trying to prove something in such a way that you're not open to seeing this other side. That's why there's this like emotional voids in some sort of way, even though if you see you're accomplishing what you set out to accomplish, it's like there's this like lack mindset, this feeling out in the cold. The feeling out in the cold is definitely feeling like you're not emotionally fulfilled, you know, with the 3 of Swords. So this could certainly be why. So if you want to heavily weigh out this option, if you get an opportunity to go in like this Knight of Swords, to have a conversation, to acknowledge truths, to be open and honest about what the situation is. And then we saw the Lovers there, which is having an opportunity to make a choice to maybe involve someone else at some point in time, even if that wasn't the plan. Because I don't feel like that was the plan. Okay. So hopefully this message resonated for somebody out there. And I appreciate you guys stopping in. If you were drawn to another pile, please check it out. I do feel like 3 and 4 were connected in some sort of way, but I'd love to hear your comments. Subscribe if you haven't, leave a like, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.